Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we are looking at something that is very old, it's very rare, very collectible and very exciting, I would say, because we are looking at the 1965 release by Cowan de Groot from their Doctor Who series of merchandise. This particular item we are looking at today is what they describe as a mechanical Dalek, and it's obviously the one that's appeared as it's appeared in the BBC television series Doctor Who. Now the Daleks made their debut in Doctor Who in the 1963, I think it was, and it was the 7th episode, I think it was. The Daleks first, well, you didn't actually see them in that 7th episode. All you saw was a plunger, and they didn't actually appear until in all their glory until the 8th episode of Doctor Who, which was, I think it was entitled the Dead Planet or something like that. Can't remember exactly, but it was 7 episodes all based around the Daleks, and then of course they went on to make the film about the same story. And of course the Daleks then appeared in Daleks Invasion Earth, and of course they made a second movie of that same story. And of course over the years the Daleks appeared in numerous different Doctor Who episodes, and I believe they featured with every Doctor Who, every incarnation of the Doctor that has appeared on screen, and albeit the current Doctor. So I don't think at the moment Ncuti Gatwa has not appeared with the Daleks, but every other Doctor or every other person who's played the Doctor has appeared with the Daleks. Okay, anyway, let's not digress too much. This is the item in front of us, and this is the original box it comes in. And I'm just going to tilt it down at the top. So we're going to look at from the top. It says from the BBC television series Doctor Who, Mechanical Dalek. And it's got copyright Cowen de Groot Ltd, and it's got 11722. Don't know what that means. And there's an image of the Dalek at the top there. And the front of a box, it says from the BBC television series Doctor Who, strong clockwork with realistic action, mechanical Dalek, and again same image. And it says BBC TV 1965, made in England, and you've got the Codeg marking on the bottom there. If I turn the box to the side, it says from the BBC television series Doctor Who, and then you see 3 of the mechanical Daleks there. And again at the bottom it says mechanical Dalek. And if we go around to the back, it's pretty much the same as what was on the front side of the box. So it says from the BBC television series Doctor Who, strong clockwork with realistic action, mechanical Dalek. And there's the image again, the same image, and the same again, copyright BBC TV 1965, made in England. And again, you've got the Codeg logo there. Round to the other end, and again from the BBC television series Doctor Who, and you've got 3 images of Daleks there, and mechanical Dalek. And if we just tilt the box to the bottom, again it's the same as what's on the top. It says from the BBC television series Doctor Who, mechanical Dalek, copyright Cowan de Groot Ltd, 11722, and the same image of the Dalek again. Okay, that's the box. So what are we going to do? We're going to open the box. We're going to take the Dalek out, and we're going to have a good look at the Dalek. Then we're going to wind up the mechanism and see if the Dalek still works after 60 years. Let's find out. Okay, so I've removed the Dalek from the box, and this is what we've got. So it is tin Dalek, tin plate Dalek. So all of this area here is tin. You've got plastic head or dome, if you like. You've got plastic there. All of the top half here, from here upwards, is plastic. I think that is metal. And then the middle section again is plastic. Obviously the plunger, the gun, and the eye stalk are all plastic, and the base at the bottom there is plastic. Does it say anything on the bottom here? No, there doesn't appear to be anything printed on the base. I thought I saw some writing on there, but I didn't. Okay, so you can see that you've got the plunger and the gun stick, and the eye stalk is at the top there. And on the side, it's got made in Great Britain, and that's on both sides. and you can see I've already put the key into the side of the body. You can remove the key, but I didn't want to lose it, so I put it in there, and it's a nice snug fit. You do have to wiggle it a little bit to take it out, but the key does come out. But as I said, I didn't want to lose it, so I inserted it in and kept it in there, and it is, say, a very tight fit. Okay, let's get some measurements. So the Dalek, from the bottom to the top, we're looking at about 13 centimeters. And if you measure from the, well, let's measure the base there. So you've got 10 centimeters by 7.5 centimeters. But if we measure from the end of the plunger to the back of the Dalek, we're looking at 12 centimeters. So yeah, and if we measure from the end of the eye stalk to the back of the head, we're looking at 7 centimeters. So it does, obviously it's dome shaped, so it does go up and down. So, but that gives you an idea of the size of the Dalek. Now let's wind it up. Okay, and let's pop him down. Oh, there we go. So you can see the Dalek does spin and move. Spins around and moves. They're not bump and go, so they don't actually bump into anything and turn. It's just it just keeps going. The head turns as well, as you can see, and then it just spins around and goes again. So if you had it on a large flat surface, it would go on and on and on until the motor had come to a stop. As you can see, it's still going right now, but now it's come to a stop. We can still, as it's an old motor, it's still going, so you can still hear it going. The key's still turning. So but yeah, I mean, it's so you can see what I think it's great that the head moves and the eye stalk moves. That is a real good look point of that. So it does, yeah, it's very good for 60-year-old toy. The only thing is obviously these tend to drop down. They weren't a particularly nice fit, so they do have a tendency to hang. But otherwise, and the eye stalk has a tendency just to flop up and down because it was just the way it was made. It wasn't made with any great care and attention that you would get these days as far as that's concerned. But it all functions very well. Let's just give it another wind up and see it go again. There we go. And there's the fact the head rotates is the best part for me. I think it's just so the Dalek is actually looking where to go. So terrific, I think, for a toy for 60 years old. Oh, this is awesome. I mean, I think it's far better than the Clockwork toys we've seen of recent years. Although Product Enterprise did do a very good one. But overall, yeah, I mean, it's a great little Dalek from 1965. I can't get over it. I think it's absolutely fabulous. The fact that it's still working 60 years on and the Clockwork motor hasn't died is incredible on its own. The fact that all the appendages are still there and still attached, that's also incredible, considering how loose they are. And the fact that the key's still there is also an incredible find. So yeah, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. Really pleased with this Dalek. I think it is absolutely great. Okay, that is pretty much all I can tell you about this item. How well did it do in 1965, I hear you ask? Well, remember, 1965 was the peak of Dalekmania. Daleks were everywhere. There was merchandise all over the place. The Daleks have now hit the big screen as well in colour. And that was all based on the first episode, the first appearance of the Daleks in the BBC TV series. The Daleks have made another appearance in, or quite a few appearances in Doctor Who by the time 1965 had come. They was also in the episode entitled The Chase, or the story entitled The Chase. That was their next appearance. So yes, they were in and out of Doctor Who quite regularly back then. Dalekmania was sweeping the nation. All sorts of toys and things were being produced. Dalek suits were being produced. There was nursery toys being produced. There was Dalek ray guns. All sorts of merchandise from 1965 was started to emerge, all on this Dalek. There was 7-inch singles, songs being written and sung about Daleks. There was just so much going on. All the merchandise was produced in big quantities. I'm not 100% sure about these Clockwork Daleks. I don't know how many were actually produced, or what the actual sales quantities were. But yeah, then again, because it's 60 years old, these toys were never made to last back in the 60s. They were a toy that was, you know, you play with and you'll play with, and then when the motor had gone, or the clockwork motor had stopped working, it would be thrown away. Or if the appendages snapped off and it wasn't considered to be much good anymore, it was thrown away. When the Dalekmania faded, they were thrown away or given away to jumble sales and things like that. So they wasn't made to be a long-lasting item. And to last 60 years, as this one has, is an incredible achievement. But going back to the point, at the time, yes, they would have sold, and they would have sold right off the shelves until there was nothing left. And I'm sure, because Cowan de Groot, although they didn't do a huge amount of Dalek merchandise, whatever they did is now some of the most collectible Dalek merchandise ever. So the 1965 money boxes, the Dalek money box they did, that's one of the most collectible items. Also these Mechanical Daleks, very collectible. So what they produced back then is now incredibly collectible. So let's forward 60 years to 2024, or almost 2025. By the time this video goes up, it could well be 2025. Do they appear on the platforms? Well, very occasionally you will see one pop up on the platform, and even more occasionally, or less occasionally, you will see them come up in the original box. I did see a few that had come up on the platforms, and most of them were either missing appendages, missing the key, or they didn't have the box. So finding them like this one, which is complete with all the appendages, with the key and the motor working, is very, very difficult. The ones that I saw on the platforms were saying untested. I don't know why they'd say untested when it's only a Clockwork toy. You'd expect them to wind them up and check them, but usually when you find the keys there and they're saying untested, it's generally because they don't work. And as I always say, if you are thinking about buying something on a platform, just be careful, because a lot of them use stock images, and what you look on the home page may or may not be what you think you are about to order, because you have to look at what you're actually clicking the link on. So if you're clicking on a used item, click where it says used, and you'll see the description and in some cases the images of the actual item you're buying, rather than the images on the home page, which are generally stock images. So alternatively to that, you can come to us at Midas Touch Toys Games Collectible, where we have this particular Dalek, and you can see from this video that it is in very, very good condition. It is complete with all the appendages, and it does have the key, and it is fully working and comes in the original box, which is there with it. And this Dalek, we only have the one, I'm afraid. but it is available now to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Doctor Who items and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. It's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful Clockwork Mechanical Dalek with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.